May we all agree that you are your habits and then your habits become you? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. And if you want to be an achiever, a person that is successful in obtaining the things that you desire and deserve, there's a certain formula. We're under the doing a little series here called Emerge and See. And what I mainly want you to emerge and see is that there's a particular formula that will make you a successful person. Successful people all do this. And if you're not doing it, then don't sit there and say, boy, I wish I was, had more money, or I wish I had, a better wife, or you can't say that unless you're doing the things that are going to put you in that position. And one of the major things that successful people do is to set goals. I know you're tired of hearing that. 3% of the people at Yale University set goals and they achieved more money than the other 97% of the whole class. I know you've heard the story. But let's talk a little bit about goal setting. Let's talk a little bit about how to do it, and let's talk about why it works. Now, the first thing is you want to approach it by having a goal of some significance, some size to it. Something where you're here and the goal is over there, and your point is there are going to be steps involved to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And everyone tells you the same thing, and I'm going to tell you the same thing, and then I'm going to tell you why. The thing that is critical about goal setting is you must write your goals down. Why must you write your goals down? Because when you put something to pen and paper and make sense out of it, it requires logical thought of going from one place to another. It's as simple as that. You have to give the matter some thought. It's the difference between a goal and a dream. A dream is something, oh, I wish I hit the lottery, all right? Well, good luck on that. Tremendously good luck on that. I hope you hit the lottery. But the point is, if you want to be an achiever by design, then you need to do the things that successful people do. Now, we've talked about having an attitude of gratitude, saying your affirmations, visualizing, what it is you want to achieve, seeing, feeling, smelling, tasting, like you've already achieved it. You have to send that vibe out into the universe. When you do that, you want to be in a position to receive input from the infinite mind. So you want to have that particular channel open, and to have that channel open, you have to be in a relaxed state. And it will come to you at many different times, while you're driving down the road, while you're taking a shower, while you're brushing your teeth, while you're combing your hair. Well, not in my case, all right, but in people that have hair, all right. So depending upon what, when you're in a relaxed state, that's when these unique creative thoughts come to you. So that is the unscripted part. Now we're moving on to the scripted part, the part about taking action. And of course, this is a critical segment of success. So it's important for you to write down exactly what you want to achieve, and then what you do is you chunk it down into smaller bite-sized pieces. So as an example, if you were going to run a marathon, you don't get to the starting line and then do a sprint, because you got to run 26 miles, 385 yards. And if you do a sprint, guess what? It's not going to happen for you. You're going to get pooped out somewhere along the way. And it's not even going to be very far. The point is, when you're planning a marathon, you have a strategy for how you're going to get from point A to point B to point C all the way along. But here is the key failure that most people have that prevent them from achieving the goals that they desire and they deserve. The key thing about setting goals is you need to set a goal that gets you to the starting line. That's the first goal. Now you want to write it out, but you're going to change as you go along, as circumstances dictate. You're going to try this, that didn't work, you're going to try that, all right, there was some success there, let's piggyback on that. That's what's going to happen when you set your goals. But you write them down so that you have a logical, in your mind, step-by-step way to achieve. And once again, you are going to adjust your game plan. Now, before you ask me what's the whole sense in writing out the whole game plan and then understanding that we're going to change the game plan, it gets you in motion. It gets you to the starting line. And here is the key. Every day is a new starting line. It's a new starting line. So that's what's going to get you. And you're going to run into roadblocks. You're going to run into potholes. There are going to be detours. Just like there are when you're driving from, let's say, New York to Los Angeles. You know, you have a plan. You're going to go this way, straight, boom. Doesn't happen that way. There's always something. There's always road construction. Especially now. There's always going to be road construction. So you have to understand that. But you have to have a plan, and you have to get that plan in motion. When you do that, it creates focus. That's what you're looking for, is you're looking on focus to achieve that particular goal. And when you have that focus, you send that vibe up into the universe, and then the universe is able to communicate with you with little creative puzzle pieces that will help you get from where you're starting to where you want to be. This is a very key point. Get to the starting line and understand that there are going to be a number of different starting lines. It's not going to be just one starting line. And you recognize also that there are going to be failures. Failure is a good thing. This is a thing that they don't teach you in school. You know, if you fail here, oh boy, he failed. That's not. Failure is part of the learning process. Failure is the infinite mind working with you, telling you, hey, I like your idea, except this is not the way that's going to get you there. So what you need to do is you need to think about a different perspective to get there, a different paradigm, a different viewpoint. And you have to apply this to your goals. So you're constantly rewriting that first step in the goal. The end step you always see, you see that end result. And it's critical that you keep your eye on the ball on that end result. But each starting line is going to be different, and it's going to require, as an example, if you're in a football game and it's nice weather, then you wear the regular cleats. If the field is if it's rained and the field's all muddy, then you put on a different set of cleats. If the field is frozen, then you put on your sneakers. So depending upon what the particular weather is, you're going to make adjustments in your game plan. But the first thing is get to the starting line, and once you do that, then you started to develop inertia, motion putting you in the right direction. Motion creates emotion so that you get more excited about achieving your goal. And that excitement will go up to the universe, and you'll start to get more ideas, and there'll start to be more circumstances that work in your favor. And because you're more focused, things that were ubiquitous to you before that you paid no attention to suddenly will start to have new meaning and will start to give you ideas. But if you don't have that focus, then you will meander from place to place to place and not get anything done. So have that single focus, that singleness of purpose, and when you set your goals, make them great, make them big, but break them down into small, minute pieces so that you can achieve them and you're making progress. And the best elixir for becoming successful is making progress. That's the number one thing. When people feel that they are making progress, my goodness, they will do anything to continue on that road. Just ask somebody that's trying to lose some weight. They go, oh, I lost this, I lost that, all right? And all they do is they talk about it all the time. Oh, I lost a pound there, I'm doing this, I'm fasting there, I'm only eating chicken with no skin and whatever. But they talk about it all the time, don't they? Because they have that focus. And, don't you get tired sometimes listening to people telling you how they're not eating? Especially me, because usually I'm eating when they're talking to me. But the point is, when you have a focus, the things around you will start to relate to your big ambition. And that's what you want to have, because that gives you more ideas, that gives you more ways to go, that gives you different paradigms, seeing things from a different perspective, because you tried this, it didn't work logically. Well, I'm going to turn it around and see if it works a different way. But the key thing is, you got to set goals, you have to write them down, and you have to have an eraser on your pencil, because when you do that, you have to be willing to make changes. And that's part of the goal setting process. So let's keep in mind the things that will help you to emerge and see the success that you desire and you deserve. They include, once again, the attitude of gratitude, visualizing your affirmations, having the quiet thinking time, allowing the infinite mind to communicate with you, recognizing circumstances that you could need to predict or plan that will help move you in the right direction and moving on them. That's the unscripted. Now the scripted, writing down your goals, following through, getting to the starting line, recognizing that there's going to be multiple starting lines, recognizing that it's going to be a marathon, recognizing that you need to have a strategy that you're going to go, recognizing that a particular setback is not the end-all be-all, but that it's the universe telling you, hey, I'm on your side, but that you're going in the wrong direction, so you need to make a change here. That's the key point. So let's take out our pencils, let's set some goals, let's make them burning desires, let's make them a magnificent obsession, and then we will start to visualize things all around us that relate to that particular outcome. That's a key thing. And because we will never end a meeting on a philosophical note, my goal is to help you to achieve the success you desire and deserve. Let's get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.